Hey Zoggin users, today I'm going to show you how to build a project in the Design Studio. So the first thing you're going to want to do is come up to the Design Studio link here, click on it. It's going to open up a separate tab for the Design Studio. So from here you can kind of select the different project. If you're wanting to make a photo book or blog, card or calendar, you can choose what project you want to make, and then the next thing you'll choose is the size you want to make. And you can also choose to open up an existing project or template if you are working on something and want to finish that up. So you'll hit create here and it's going to open up your artboard. The first thing I like to do is it is on auto fit, but I kind of like to zoom out and see the most of my artboard as I can possible. So I'm going to do that. And then the next thing you will do is I like to start with a background, so I'm going to upload a background. You can click on the upload link here, and then I'm going to hit browse for files and find my background that I have on my computer. Open it up. It's going to bring you to this screen. I already have it named, and it's going to be for blogs. I have it in backgrounds, and it's going to be for blogs here, and then I'll add it to my library. Right, so it looks like it has been added to my library, so I'll hit done here. I'll hit refresh link up here on the left side. It's going to refresh all the artwork in my marketplace. I'm going to go to my backgrounds tab and I will grab the daisies that I have uploaded. What it's going to do is going to ask me if I want to use this as a background or in the foreground. I do want to use this particular item as a background, so I'll hit yes, and you will see that it will fill the whole space as if it was a background. So the next thing I'm going to do is add some embellishments. I'm going to I think I like this burlap, so I'm going to add that here, and it'll basically just be a backdrop for my photos. So I'm going to place that. You can drag and make the item bigger or smaller by just dragging from the corner here. You can also, if you want to rotate it, you can do that from the little circle up the top middle of your artwork there as well. So it looks like I got that in the place I want. So now I'm going to add a frame for some photos. I'm just going to add this basic rectangle one here. And this will again allow me to change the size so I can get it the right size that I want. And then I'm going to add a little bit of a tilt on this guy. Maybe make it a little bit smaller. And then what I will do is you can either drag and drop photos into the frame here, or you can click this add photo link and then pick one from your photos. I'm going to add this family photo here and let it upload to my library. Alright, so after it's done uploading, you can, if you don't like the position of it, you can click on this little gray dot here and move it around. I think I like where it is right now, so I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to change the opacity a little bit so that it kind of shows the burlap through and kind of gives it a vintage look. And then I'm going to add a border. I want it to be white. I'll do that from my bottom little workspace down here. And then I think I want the stroke to be, let's do 6. 6 looks pretty good. So I'll keep that at 6. And there we go. You got a photo with a frame around it. And I want to add another one below it. So I will right click, copy, and I will paste it. And then I'm going to make this one tilt the other way. And then what I'll do is, since I don't want that photo in there, I want a new one, I will just drag and drop the new one in there. And as you can see, it will replace it. And then again, if you want to move it around, you can select that little gray box there and kind of put it into place. So that's how you work with photos and frames. Now I'm going to show you some more embellishments, and also how to add text to your project. So I'm going to use this as my header, tilt it a little bit, drag from these corners to expand it and make it a little bit bigger. And I think it probably looks good there. So now the text, web text is going to be text that is searchable on the web. So if you're doing a blog and you want the text that you're blogging about to be searchable on search engines like Google or Yahoo, you'll want to use web text. For this particular project, I'm going to use rich text just for fun. I don't really need the this particular text to be searchable on the web. So you'll double click into your box and you can highlight it and delete it. And I'm going to name this particular project the Larson family. I will do that, highlight it again. I'm going to change the font to, let's do Homestead. It's a cool looking font that I think will fit this well. I'll change the color of my font from down here on my workspace, and then I'll also change the size of my font. I think let's do 46. 46 is good. So you can drag it around and move it into the position you want. I'm going to kind of have this tilt to go along with my header embellishment that I have. And then I will change the opacity so it kind of blends into the header as well. Give it a little design effect. And then I want family as well, so I'm going to right click, copy, and paste Larson there. Kind of line it up with the top word. Highlight it by double clicking, and then I will just change the text in there. And I got my text there and I'm good to go. Line that up a little bit. So I got my Larson family header there and my pictures. The last thing I'll show you is I'm going to add an additional photo and kind of show you how the layers work for foreground and background, and how you can move items from front to back if you want something to kind of position over another item or something to that effect. So I'm going to drag this photo on there, and I kind of want this image to be behind the header, as if like the header's holding the image onto the background rather than the image being in front of it. So there's two ways I can do this. I can either have this particular image in the foreground and move it to the, move it behind this embellishment, or I can just add the photo to the background, which will move it behind. As you can see, I've now changed it to the background and it is behind, and I'll show you the other way how to do it. So I moved it back to the foreground, and then what you can do is right click on it and you can hit send to back, and so this item will still be in your foreground, but it will be positioned behind all of your other elements in the foreground. So that is how you create a project, by dragging and dropping different elements from your library onto your artboard. What I will do now is save this project so I don't lose it, and it'll be saved under my projects tab in my profile. And then once it's done saving, it'll pop up with a little note that says project or blog have been saved successfully. I'll hit OK, and I am done. Alright, so that's how you create a basic project using the Design Studio on Zoggin. Thanks for watching. If you need help or have any other questions, please contact us at support@zoggin.com.